Coming up on 8:43, welcome back. We've been talking about this for a long time. It's a big deal for women's soccer in Cleveland. The city will soon be the home of a new professional team, and the move could put Cleveland on the map for women's sports. Let's send it over to Dave in Studio B for more. I'm interested, Dave.
You should be, Danita. So should everyone. We've been talking about this for a long time. Now, this is not the National Women's Soccer League team the city originally launched, but instead the team will be part of the new Women's Premier Soccer League Pro, a Division II league that officials say will fill a critical gap in the sport. Joining us now live to talk more about it is Gina Kelly with the Cleveland Soccer Group. Gina, great to see you again. Thanks so much for coming in.
Great to see you.
Gina and I have worked together before. She was part of a Game Changers feature that I did, and that was for the Women's Soccer League we were trying to get a bid for, right? So what ended up happening there?
We left everything on the field. We put together a really strong bid, a strong stadium plan, had an incredible showing for season ticket pledges. At the end of the day, that team went to Denver.
Now, if I remember correctly, you had like well over the amount of tickets. Like, was it like 16,000 fans for like 10? Explain that. How many?
So we had a goal of 10,000 season ticket pledges for a stadium at the time that was going to be around 12,500. We ended up getting 16,000 season ticket pledges, and that was where we stopped. I think that if we had continued going, we would have maybe doubled the stadium.
All right, so that's for context, okay? That's the past. Let's talk about why you're here now and what you're excited about. Tell us what's going on.
So we are in the process of launching both a women's and men's professional soccer teams. We will launch both over the next couple of years. We're finalizing start dates. We're also in the process of making finalizing plans for a stadium in downtown Cleveland.
So this would be Women's Premier Soccer League Pro Division II.
Correct.
So kind of where does that stand? Like, you know, when you think of Major League Baseball, right? You have the Major League, you have the majors, you have the minors. The NFL stands in a league of its own. Can you kind of explain to people how this works in soccer?
Yes, you can actually teach an entire college course on on soccer divisions. We are, so in the United States on the women's side, so keep in mind the United States women's national team has won more titles than, I think, more international titles than pretty much the world combined. So we produce a lot of talent. But on the women's side of the U.S. soccer system, there are 2 leagues at Division I, nothing at Division II, nothing at Division III, and then there's amateur. So there are 35,000 elite female soccer players in the United States, but only 22 teams and 750 roster spots. So we're filling a gap that is less about where it falls in the system and more about finding opportunities not only for players to play, but markets like Cleveland who want women's sports and want women's professional soccer to have a chance to have teams to play on and cheer for.
That is a huge gap. And I mean, this is a great city for people who love soccer here.
Yes.
I mean, they really do, don't they?
For generations. And I think that that's something very often we think of this rise in soccer, and it's absolutely growing by the day. We're expected over the next few years, especially with the Men's World Cup this year, the Women's World Cup in Brazil next year, but then the Women's World Cup in 2031 in the United States. Soccer is going to continue to grow and women's sports will continue to grow, but it's always been here. And especially in Cleveland, we've had our ethnic clubs, our community and neighborhood clubs. It's growing from the ground up, and we already have so many strong amateur clubs. You think about Cleveland SC, Akron City SC, FC on, and Ohio City SC on the men's side. On the women's side, we have several programs that are producing some of the country's top talent, including Internationals SC, which plays in WPSL Amateur. It's an elite league. They play at Krensler during the summer. And then Cleveland Force W League, also a very high-level team, plays at Krensler during the summer.
Okay, that's the elite teams. The brand launches, did you mention that?
I did not. So we're launching our men's brand on March 10th. And then we'll launch the women's brand on May 4th. And if you love Easter eggs, both of those dates have some clues as to what those brands are.
Okay, all right. Anything else of note, quickly?
We will have watch parties for the Men's World Cup, both June 12th, which is the first match for the U.S. men's national team, and then we'll also have a watch party during the final, which is, I believe, July 19th.
Okay. Gina, thanks so much for coming in.
Thank you.
Congratulations on all your success. And this is only going to get better. Yes, we need to make it better. No question about it, Danita. Really excited about this. I have memories of when I was a young boy cheering on the Cleveland Force and Kai Hoskovy, and that is how popular soccer is in this town. It goes way back, Danita, and we're only going to get better on the women's side especially.
That's right. Come on, women. Bring it on. We're ready to cheer you on to victory. Thank you so much. Good interview.